We're
Hey.
live. Yay. Wow. What has been happening? Shion has been losing her mind. Let's go.
We said that we'd record last week and that didn't work out. We're sorry. We're sorry.
Sorry. Sorry. Too busy. Too busy. It just happens. It just happens. I am excited though because my new model is almost done. Or it's getting close.
Yippee.
It's getting close to getting done. So, yippee! This will probably... I don't know if this will be the last time I use this model. We'll have to see like what happens this weekend, because this weekend I'm actually going to be streaming again. So whether it's done or not, I will be streaming. But we'll see. We'll see. Probably not gonna do a crazy like yippee debut thing, but anyway, Shion.
Shion.
Shion. That's you,
Hey everyone.
buddy.
Are you all still alive?
You want me to do narration first?
You can.
I'll do narration first. Kimiyoshi was hanging from the collar with his head turned up to the ceiling. Oh, that's right. He didn't even move when I walked in. Maybe he's already dead. Satoko was lying on a cross-shaped restraining table. Oh boy, that's right. She also got Satoko. I just assumed she killed her already. She glared at me with red and swollen eyes, which must have been that way from crying. I'd wanted to put her on that special restraining table to pound nails into her hands, but Satoko was too small for that. I walked up to Kimiyoshi and poked his body with my toe. There was no response.
Uncle Kimiyoshi, are you dead? Murderer. Murderer!
Maybe Satoko had witnessed Kimiyoshi's last moments. I took a thick knife from the wall and stabbed Kimiyoshi with it. There was no response.
Uncle Kimiyoshi? If you're alive, you better tell me, okay? You can't fool me.
I walked over to the pulley that was suspending Kimiyoshi.
This is your last chance. Are you alive? Let me know if you are.
I paused just for a moment, then turned the pulley. Kimiyoshi's body swayed strangely in the air. It looked much more like a corpse like that.
Shion-san, why are you doing this? I get it.
The door to the huge cave was still open. I bet Satoko had talked to the one in the cell while I was gone. That's how she knows my name. Although, that's actually not my name at all.
No, I'm not Shion. I'm the real Mion. The one you all thought was Mion is Shion, obviously. It's kind of confusing, huh? If you don't get it, that's okay. How dare you? How dare you kill Rika?
I had allowed Satoko to watch me take care of Rika's body. Of course, I let her see Rika's neck, too.
Rika Furude deserved it. She came over to kill me. I just fought back, that's all. That's not possible! Rika would never do a thing like that! If you don't believe me, that's fine. It's none of your business anyway. What are you going to do with me? I'm gonna kill you.
Satoko's eyes went wide. She was expecting my answer, I'm sure, but she still looked shocked. I bet she didn't expect me to state it so openly. I heard the noise of something hitting iron bars echoing in the huge cave. Shion's voice echoed there as well. Sis, no! Don't kill Satoko! I answered her clearly.
Did you finally realize what you've done? Did you finally realize you didn't do anything to save Satoshi-kun even though you had the power to? That was why he was killed! You ignored millions of chances to rescue Satoshi-kun! Yes, that is your sin!
Before even finishing my sentence, I stabbed Satoko's right arm. Her blood started to flow out. This was nothing compared to what happened to Rika Furude. I twisted the knife into Satoko's arm. She bit down hard, crying. Stop! Don't kill Satoko! Let her go! I don't care what you do to me, but please, let Satoko go! Why couldn't you say that for Satoshi-kun? It's too late now! I was the one screaming like you back then, but no matter how loudly I screamed, it never reached them, spared him, or saved him. I want you to go through the same thing I did.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
I stabbed Satoko's arm repeatedly, but the knife kept hitting her bone. It didn't feel like I was cutting any of her flesh.
Hey, so here's the part where I revealed that this scene is the one that, like, gets me the most in terms of, like, being gruesome.
Awesome.
In all of the visual novel, this part is what makes me flinch the most.
Oh boy! Awesome. Stop! Mion, stop! Sis! Stop, stop, stop!
Okay, Shion! How about this? I'll tell you how you can save Satoko. Apologize to me 1,000 times. I'll let her go when you're done. How about that? I don't tell lies. If you really apologize 1,000 times, I'll keep my promise. Well, how about that?
I'm sorry, 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 Shion started to apologize like a broken record. She's so stupid and honest. She's not even thinking of cheating. I bet Shion really will count to 1,000. I stabbed Satoko in the wrist. There, I felt something hard. I guess I either crushed her bone or scraped it. Ooh. It must have been extremely painful for her. Ooh! Ooh! Satoko screamed. Shion's voice got louder as if trying to overpower that scream.
All you ever do is cry to get what you want. You think your Nini is gonna appear out of nowhere, knock me aside, and rescue you, huh? Yeah, right.
The knife was still in Satoko's wrist. I slid it toward her elbow. Woo! Woo!
I'm not gonna be screaming for all of these, because otherwise I'll throw my fucking voice out and I won't be able to voice act for the rest of this fucking chapter.
Oh, that's fine.
Satoko, can you hear me? Hey, listen to me!
I slapped her face several times and made her look at me.
Do you know what you've done? Do you know how your very existence is what cornered Satoshi-kun? That's right. That's all you did to him. Every time you cried, Satoshi-kun protected you. But have you ever considered what kind of a burden you were to him? He wasn't some superhero. He was just like you. He was just a normal human being. Have you never even thought of what he had to go through because of you? No, you didn't. You never even tried. You just let Satoshi-kun take care of you. You just leeched off of him. And as he got injured for your sake, you lived by sucking his blood. You are cursed. How can you still call for him? Huh? You're now gonna pay for your sin with my help. Cry as much as you want, scream as much as you want, and realize Satoshi-kun will never come for you. You cornered him. You made him disappear. You killed him.
After telling her all I've been wanting to, I exhaled roughly. What's... Oh, that's you.
What's this? Taking over my voice acting, are we?
Yeah.
You don't feel anything in your right arm anymore?
Whoa.
Okay. Then let's use your left.
Sorry.
Whoa, man, slow down.
I stabbed her left arm repeatedly and her blood flowed out. But Satoko's reactions weren't fun anymore. She didn't cry or scream like she did before. That put me in a bad mood, so I stabbed the back of her left hand and twisted the knife again. But Satoko still just moaned. She didn't scream anymore.
What's the matter? Are you stifling your screams in protest, thinking that I was enjoying your cries? That's great.
Satoko was unfazed by my mad laughter. She looked at me with gritted teeth in resignation.
Yes, I think that's the truth. Huh? I cornered Nini. That's why he disappeared. I've known that ever since the day he vanished. I wasn't strong enough. I depended on Nini. I'm sure it was hard on him too, but I couldn't stop. You are absolutely right about that. I have no excuse.
Satoko didn't sound as if she was mocking me or trying to please me. She spoke so naturally.
That's interesting. I never realized you were aware of what you'd done. Nini is coming back. He will come back someday. And when he does, I'm gonna show him how independent I've become. I don't need him anymore. I won't hide behind him anymore. I'm gonna show him that I really can live on my own. When he comes back, huh?
I stabbed Satoko's arm in a mad frenzy, but she still didn't even scream. She bit down tightly and swallowed her pain instead.
Nini is coming back. I know he is. I'm waiting for him. And when he comes back, I'll apologize for depending on him so much. So I won't give up until that day comes. I'll never depend on him again. Ever. No matter what kind of hardships I have to endure, I won't ask him to help me. I won't call for help. I won't cry. I won't scream. If I cry, Nini will come for me. So I'm going to endure this by myself. Damn you. What do you think you're saying? If it's fun for you, go ahead. Stab me as much as you please. If you think I'm gonna cry for Nini, well, too bad. I will not cry. Ever. If you refuse to believe me, then try it. Nini's watching me. He's watching me endure this. He'll see that I'm not like I was before. And when he sees that, he's gonna come back. Come on, try it. I will not cry. Try to see how strong Satoko Hojo is.
Shit. I'll show her. Take that, and that, and that!
Nini, you're watching me, right? I've become so strong. This won't bring me down. This is nothing. This won't make me cry. I won't cry for your help. I can endure this. I'm going to endure this. This is nothing compared to what you had to go through for me.
Shit. Why doesn't she feel the pain? Doesn't it hurt? There's no way it doesn't. I've been stabbing her so much and the knife went in so deep. Her blood has poured to the ground and I've been turning her flesh inside out. How could she still talk that way? Why doesn't she cry and scream? After Satoko said what she wanted to say, she shut her mouth. She didn't say a word after that. No matter how much I stabbed her, twisted the knife, tore at her, and ripped out her flesh, she didn't even make a sound. What in the world is this? This isn't the Satoko I know. Satoko is never as strong as this. If Satoko was this strong, she wouldn't have been a burden to Satoshi-kun. Why wasn't she as strong before? It's too late. Everything is too late. This idiot's maturity came far too late. Her blood made my hands slippery. I dropped the knife. I was covered in blood from head to toe. Satoko was still enduring the pain. She was enduring this cruelty so she could display her strength. I couldn't defeat Satoko. I couldn't crush her strength. Satoko had achieved her goal. She had become independent, so she didn't need Satoshi-kun anymore. She still believes Satoshi-kun will come back one day. She looks forward to a day when she could show her brother how strong she had become. But Satoshi-kun hasn't seen any of that. Instead, I, who never even thought that Satoshi-kun would come back, was the one who witnessed her strength. What was I thinking? I thought Satoshi-kun was dead. No, I assumed he was. Why did I? I never even thought of waiting for him. I didn't believe he would come back. I didn't wait. I tried to avenge him, but I guess what I really did was forget about him. Satoko is different. She never even thought he was dead. No, maybe she did a little. But even so, she waited. She waited for a day when she could show him how much she'd grown. She waited patiently. What about me? I didn't do anything. I wanted to forget about my sadness, so I tried to find my enemy. I became a demon, using revenge as an excuse so that I didn't have to think like a human. I lost. I couldn't endure the pain of waiting for Satoshi-kun, so I chose to become a demon. In other words, I got rid of my soul, the soul that loved Satoshi-kun. In other words, I got rid of Satoshi-kun himself. Satoko won. While she had been gritting her teeth before, her mouth had gone slack. Her eyelids were half shut, but I could see her eyes a little. It looked like she was dreaming about something happy. She dead. She dead as hell. Oh, my boy! Satoshi-kun was there in her eyes. Satoko endured till Satoshi-kun came for her. Satoko ran up to Satoshi-kun. Aw! She jumped onto him. Satoshi-kun hugged her, and they spun around. You can cry now. Satoshi-kun told Satoko that, and she cried very hard. Satoshi-kun rubbed her head so gently. We'll be together forever, he said, and continued to rub her head so gently. So gently. Satoshi-kun, I was waiting for you too. What meaningless words. He was already dead inside of me. I never believed in our reunion. How pitiful of me to say that, just because I saw Satoko and Satoshi-kun together again. As Satoshi-kun hugged Satoko, his eyes met mine. Shion, Satoshi-kun said. I asked you a favor. What favor? I tried to remember. Oh, bitch, you don't even remember? What kind of favor did Satoshi-kun ask me? Satoshi-kun looked at me so sadly because I couldn't remember. That sad look tore my heart to shreds. The blood flowing out from me wasn't as pretty as Satoko's blood. My blood was a slimy liquid, like vomit with filthy chunks of food in it. Ugh, that was what filled my body. Whether it's a real curse or somebody's conspiracy, I won't disappear, and I won't fall victim to it.
You won't disappear?
No. Not until I buy that teddy bear. I'll get the money pretty soon. I won't go anywhere until then. Huh? A memory of the past, but when? Ah, of course. This is a memory of the day before last year's Watanagashi. Satoshi-kun called me on the phone then. My aunt is home. I have to go.
Okay.
Mion.
Huh?
His aunt was home, so I'm sure he wanted to hang up as quickly as possible. Satoshi-kun paused and spoke. I'll leave Satoko to you. My knees and elbows started to shake. My teeth chattered and my fingers were shivering. Satoshi-kun asked me to... What have I done? I couldn't wait for Satoshi-kun to come back, so I filled myself with evil thoughts and acted as I pleased. I didn't believe he'd ever return. Believe. I even forgot about Satoshi-kun's last request. How can I say I love him? I just wanted to forget about my feelings of loss, so I made myself all bloody. How can I welcome him back now? I didn't believe Satoshi-kun would come back. I didn't believe Satoshi-kun was alive. I didn't think he was alive, so I thought he was dead. I believed in his death. I killed him in myself. Nobody else did. I did that. Satoko believed until the very end. She was rewarded in her final moments. Satoko wasn't here anymore. She had no more need for her bloody, painful shell. But I'm still here. Trapped in my bloody, tainted flesh. I'm going to rot inside of it. Satoshi-kun was waiting for both Satoko and me. But to be reunited with Satoshi-kun, we had to keep our promises. Satoko's promise was to be strong. Satoko kept that promise until the bitter end, and Satoshi-kun embraced her. My promise was to take care of Satoko for Satoshi-kun, and I fucking killed her. I never kept the promise from the beginning. Therefore, Satoshi-kun will never embrace me. Even if I were to rub Satoko's wounds and ask her if they hurt, that wouldn't mean anything. That was when I felt something behind me. It wasn't Satoshi-kun or the thing that scared me before. I didn't know who it was, but it was right there, criticizing me for my mistakes. Then, finally realized it. That thing is me. I had always been there, standing behind myself and watching me break that promise. Satoshi-kun asked me to take care of Satoko, yet I didn't keep that promise. I had been watching that happen. I cried and gave up on myself. Wait, Satoshi-kun gave up on me, and I gave up on myself. What will happen to me now? I don't want to be in this darkness. I don't want to be all bloody. Please don't leave me. If I give up on myself, what will happen to my body? There will be nothing left. The only thing I'll have left in me is an evil demon. I get it. I've known it for a long time now. I am nothing but a demon. A demon doesn't feel sad. A demon's heart can never be in pain. A demon doesn't cry. Shion was still apologizing. She believed that was the only way for her to save Satoko. Her voice was growing hoarse and weak.
Shion! You don't need to count anymore. Good job.
Yeah, she realized what happened to Satoko. Shion cried in her cell.
Being a demon isn't that bad, huh? I never knew how fun it would be to see other people cry and scream. Oh, I've already had plenty of fun in this human world. Maybe soon I'll kill myself and go back to hell. Screen cap of that. But don't worry, I'll make sure I kill you first. That's why I'm here, after all. Demons are pleased when they see people and cry and grieve. See? Wait. You like Kei-chan, don't you? Okay, I'll rip Kei-chan apart before your eyes. What a great idea! I'll kill you and then myself after that! Onigafuchi Village is a village of demons! Demons come out from the swamp and attack the village. I'm gonna act like those legendary demons and wait for Yashiro-sama to judge me. Ah, that'll be a suitable disaster for Hinamizawa. Don't you think?
Holy fuck. Hang on, let me move this over here. 'Cause I am paranoid. Why are you
Was it just what she said? Maybe I'll kill myself. Like,
Maybe I'll kill myself and return to return to hell. Alright.
Same girl.
Same. No.
True.
God.
Kei-chan? It's me. It's Shion. You took a long time to pick up. I thought you weren't home and I was about to hang up.
Oh, this is the legendary phone call, isn't it? Sorry. I was just, in the bath. This is when he knows it's not... This is when he knows.
Wouldn't your family pick up for you? Could your parents be out right now, Kei-chan?
Well, no, they're not really. Anyway, have you heard about Rika-chan and Satoko?
No. What happened after that? Were they found?
Nah. They haven't been found. They haven't found them yet.
Kei-chan, please don't lose hope.
Rika-chan and Satoko, they were kidnapped, weren't they?
Yes. I don't think there's much doubt.
Rika-chan and Satoko were... no, I mean... I'm sorry. About the mayor. What do you think happened after he was kidnapped? Do you think he's still alive? Keiichi sounded confused. He wanted to believe Satoko and Riko were still alive, which was why he was asking. Keiichi was just like Satoko. Unless the culprit was after money, the abductee would usually get killed right away. I'd never assumed they'd still be alive. But Keiichi was trying to hold on to a little hope. I could feel his strength. It was much greater than mine. I'm a demon, so I didn't come up with an excuse.
I think he was killed.
Hey, wait. That was abrupt?
I think it must be really hard to kidnap someone and keep them like they are. As long as they're not hostages, it would be most practical to kill them once you were done with them.
Kill them so readily. I mean, what's a human life or two anyway?
It's a horrible thing, but that's probably what happened.
If the mayor was killed, then did that mean the same had happened to Rika-chan and Satoko? No, I couldn't. They weren't some random old man. What, Kimiyoshi was some random old man, the mayor of the village? It was Rika-chan! It was Satoko! They couldn't kill them so easily. Keiichi was still refusing to believe what I said. He fought so hard because he didn't want to kill his friends within him. I wasn't like that. I killed Satoshi-kun within me so easily. I blamed Shion for not protecting Satoshi-kun, but I killed him so easily.
It's probably better to think that Rika-chan and Satoko-chan ended up the same way.
Keiichi roared and cried. It was like their deaths were physically agonizing to him. Why? Why kidnap someone and then kill them? Screw curses. Are people's lives really that cheap? Erasing them and killing them without a second thought like this.
You're right. You're absolutely right. It would take a demon.
I laughed at myself. I was sure Keiichi didn't notice. Hey, Shion, please tell me. Why did Hinamizawa start needing someone to die on the night of Watanagashi?
That's what I'd like to know.
The fighting over the dam project is already over and done with. Haven't enough people been cursed already? Why is it? Why? If there's a reason, then say it now.
I understand how you feel, Kei-chan. I really do. The dam conflict ended a long time ago. Yet murders and disappearances keep happening every year under the guise of Oyashiro-sama's curse. Why? Why is it happening? Some of them had nothing to do with it, and some of them didn't deserve to be cursed, so why?
That's what I'm asking you! Sorry.
I want to know that as much as anyone!
Of course. The curse of Oyashiro-sama never existed. It was just a bizarre environment that allowed people to kill in the name of Oyashiro-sama. The environment, and nothing more. Nothing would have happened unless there were demons who danced within it.
Listen. Oyashiro-sama's curse never existed. It's too unrealistic. It's just like you said. Someone in this village is using the guise of Oyashiro-sama's curse. That's a justification for continuing these murders and disappearances every Watanagashi. They were cunning. They've been using the curse as a convenient tool and made a system where they'd get rid of 2 enemies of the village every year. And this year, that system killed Takano-san and Tomatake-san.
Why wasn't that enough? Why did the mayor, Rika-chan, and Satoko have to get killed too? I don't give a shit about the past. The only thing I care about is why Rika-chan and Satoko needed to be killed. Why is that? I didn't say a word to Satoko, you know. Why even her? Why? Satoshi-kun was speaking through Keiichi's mouth. How could I respond? I didn't know what to say. I could only feel myself being stabbed by the sharpness of those words.
Oh, sorry. Sudden pain in my side.
Oh no.
I'll be okay. I'm just gonna adjust my positioning. Give me 2 seconds.
You are being stabbed. By Shion.
Oh, fuck! It's Oyashiro-sama's curse! No!
Oh, fuck! Ugh. I'm gonna take this moment to have a little sip. Stew in Oyashiro-sama's curse.
I'm dying of Oyoshiro-sama's curse. Kei-chan,
No.
please, stop being mean. I don't have any idea what's going on either. Everything changed when we went into the ritual storehouse that night. When I heard that Takano-san and Tomatake-san had been killed that night, I doubted my ears. Then I realized it instantly. I realized what sort of a position I was in now. The four of us snuck in there. Kei-chan, you and I won't be so conveniently forgiven. When I thought about that, it made my chest so tight. It was so terrifying. You know that feeling, Kei-chan, don't you? That's why I confessed everything to Uncle Kimiyoshi. He wasn't mad. He smiled and told me if I was really sorry, I'd never be demoned away. He really did smile at me and told me to leave it to him. Oh.
Remembered Uncle Kimiyoshi speaking ill of Satoshi-kun. I killed him, but everyone in Hanamizawa did that. I wasn't the only one at fault. When did you let the mayor know?
Huh?
I'm sorry, Shion. It must seem like I'm kicking you while you're down, but Shion, you told him, right? You told old man Kimiyoshi, the mayor?
Yes?
When did you let him know? Keiichi's tone was becoming sharper. That edge was cruel, but it was a sharp conviction. It wasn't a dull edge that caused excessive pain. It had a clean, pleasant sharpness to it. Did you know that the mayor had a severe case of hemorrhoids and had gone to the hospital for treatment?
Kei-chan? What does that have to...
Please answer me. If you didn't know, then just say so.
I knew that. He had hemorrhoids. It looked like sitting down was really hard for him.
He was going to the hospital. You know which hospital, right?
I'm sorry. I don't know that much, but... Kei-chan, what does that have to do with...
I want to ask you straight. Shion, when did you tell the mayor about everything? When and where? You can give me a rough answer, but please give me one.
Kei-chan... Why are you asking that?
That pause was very long.
It's because the text didn't appear on screen for a while.
No. That wasn't criticizing you. That was criticizing the game because, like, it will automatically go through words sometimes, and sometimes it'll have like a pause for effect. But I was just like, damn, okay, that pause that was very long.
I just pulled an Ultra Necrozma EX on TCG Pocket.
Oh my god.
This is
very
so
good.
bonkers, Keiichi.
Very good, Keiichi Maibata. You know who I am, don't you? It was impossible. The day the mayor disappeared, from dawn until he vanished, there was no opportunity for you to contact him.
That's...
The mayor left first thing in the morning for his examination at the university hospital all by himself without telling anyone. Shion, you just said you don't know what hospital he went to, so you couldn't have contacted the mayor until he got back. Isn't that right? His train back was delayed by an accident, and he didn't return to his house until the meeting was about to start, so there was no time for you to have told him before the meeting started either. Shion, did you go to the meeting too? Did you attend it and tell him there? If you didn't, then there wouldn't have been any time left. After the meeting was over, the mayor disappeared on his way home.
Actually, with the meeting,
You didn't even go to the part-time job you said you went to that day. I'll cut to the chase. You haven't been seen since we were at the library together.
Kei-chan...
Shion Sonozaki disappeared. The day after Watanagashi. Bingo, Kei-chan. I'm impressed. Oishi-san says you've been missing. Despite that, you've been calling me every night like this, haven't you? Please, Shion. If something I said was wrong, please say so. Shion, I'm begging you. Corner me even further. Corner me so the demon inside can't come up with the excuses so that it can't escape. Shion, there's no way you could have seen the mayor, but if you did see him, the only time I could possibly have seen him on that day was when you saw him after the meeting. In other words, it could have only been right before he disappeared, or else afterward. Hearing that hearing that laughter over the song was pretty tonally dissonant.
I mean, yeah, I think that's supposed to be the point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I screeched and screeched with laughter, then slammed down the phone. Very good, Kei-chan. That's right. It's me. I'm the one. Hurry and corner me. Hurry, let me be free. Was he going to tell the police, or was he going to come here by himself? I wondered which it would be. If the police came, I'd struggle as much as I was able. I'd see how good Oishi would be at catching a demon. If Kei-chan came here alone, that wouldn't be smart of him. He couldn't complain about being eaten by a demon then. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him gruesomely while Shion watches. Therefore, Kei-chan, you shouldn't hold back. I only ever thought you were just a funny guy. I never thought I could expect so much from you. Wow! I like doing evil laughter too, it's fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
Okay. So now that there has been a little break, do you want to take over narration?
Yes, I will. I will do this
All right.
for you.
Do it.
It took them a long time to come for me. I had to wait until the following morning. I opened the gate without checking who was ringing the doorbell. I didn't even care who it was. If it was the police, that'd be fine with me. If it was Kei-chan, could he defeat me? Kiichi and Rena were there. Well, this is unusual. Aren't you two going to school? We stayed home today. Kei-chan is one thing, but you two, Rena? You two are such troublemakers. I laughed. Well, let's not just stand here. Come on in. I didn't think Rena would come. I thought it would be either the police or Kei-chan alone. I'll try tricking Kei-chan into coming with me to the underground storehouse. Rena, why don't you try to figure out what I'm attempting to do and stop me? You too, Kei-chan. If you figured out I was Shion, why don't you try to figure out the rest? I will act like a demon. I will struggle until the very last moment. So don't hold back. Please, don't hesitate to kill a filthy demon like me.
Mion, first, I have something to apologize for.
You do? What for?
Well, on the night of Watanagashi, the ritual storehouse behind the shrine, I went in there.
I didn't expect this to start with an apology. Okay, so he admitted his sin of entering the ritual storehouse. I guess that was manly of him. I don't even care if the storehouse is forbidden anymore. Whatever. That rule came from those who believed it was even a sacred place at all.
Mion, you called Rika-chan and Satsuko the day before last, didn't you?
I don't remember doing so. If you have a reason to think so, could you let me hear it? It was evening before dinner time. Rika-chan should have come here, bringing a big bottle of soy sauce, to have you share some with her. Rena spoke with confidence. She wasn't even trying to gauge my reaction. She was simply telling me the truth. That cleverness was very pleasant to see. Why do you think that? It's not hard to understand. Mi-chan, you saw it too, didn't you? Rika-chan's room? There was chilled tofu, but no soy sauce. Plus, the big bottle of soy sauce that should have been under the sink was nowhere to be found. What? Is that why she would have come here? Rena sure is sharp. I tried to beat around the bush, but she was confident in her conclusions. She was cornering me. She was doing such a great job, too. It really put me at ease. Okay, Demon. Rena knows what she's talking about. What kind of excuse are you going to come up with now? It's a long explanation, so I'll get to the point. The contents of the refrigerator provided a vivid account of what you said over the phone when you lured her out. There it is. The game is over, Rena. I was right about you. I don't like you. You really are just too sharp. Shion is so obtuse that she never even recognized this side of you. That's... I had no idea I had such an incredible detective right next to me the whole time. I can't believe you'd figure out everything down to the phone conversation, just from what was inside the fridge. You've got me there. You've got me. You've got me. I laughed like crazy. I laughed because I was having so much fun. I sensed the poison inside of my stomach dissipating and felt free and refreshed.
Mion, the police have suspected you for a long time now. Oishi-san's officers have had the house under observation so that they could break in at any time.
Kei-chan was threatening me. He was telling me I couldn't run or resist, so I should just surrender and accept my fate. You aren't doing that intensely enough, Kei-chan. Shouldn't you grab my collar and knock me to the ground? Today's the day I'm prepared to die. After that, they went easy. Because they just wanted to know the reason why Mion committed such crimes. You all are being too lenient about this. I'm a demon. I'm a murderer. Are you saying that if you can understand the reasoning, murder is okay? A demon is a demon. A murderer is a murderer. Whether their motive is to have fun, to live, or to take revenge, that makes no difference. Why do you even want to know that? Why don't you just tackle me and take me to the police? Look, there. The demon is trying to deceive you. It's a pleasure to meet you both. I am the successor to the Sonozaki family. Mio. Welcome to the Sonozaki family's house today. I'd like to greet you on behalf of our leader, Oryo. You seem to want to ask various questions. I'd like to answer everything as clearly as possible. I then told them about the strange events that led to Onikafuchi village becoming Hinamizawa, which Takano-san had told me about before. About half of it was the truth, but the other half was completely made up. I just made it sound like it was only natural that their best friend committed such a gruesome crime.
So, wait. Half of what she told them was made up? And I remember this is the conversation where she told them about how back in the ye olden days they ate people meat. Like canned people meat.
Mm-hmm.
And I
so
recall...
what part's made up and what isn't?
I think that's made up because Shion, like, at the beginning... Was it the beginning of this chapter? I think it was the beginning of this chapter, or this episode, where she talked about how much she doesn't like canned food because of a story that Kasai told her. And I think Kasai told her to, like, that to be funny, and I think she added that to... So, they never did eat people meat. That's my assumption right now. But maybe they did. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Who fucking knows? I don't know.
Keiichi and Rena were both overwhelmed by the history of Onikafuchi village, which was swallowed by this gloomy fate. Oh well. I guess I made it sound interesting enough. I'm sure they enjoyed hearing me tell the story. But you know, I'm the one who committed the incidents that happened in the present time. What was the point in listening to those old folk tales? Are you thinking it will make your best friend's crime easier to swallow? You're just trying to satisfy yourselves. I'm a demon. I'm a murderer. I have sinned. These old folktales have nothing to do with the crimes I've committed. The way those two listened to me so intently almost made it fun. I told them that people used to make canned human meat and conducted gruesome research during the war. Those are things Takano-san told me. Hey, you two. Haven't you realized yet? Haven't you realized what I'm talking about has nothing to do with what we're dealing with right now? You both look so serious. You two are such fools! So that Hinamizawa village might once more be like Onigafuchi village, so that we may again be a sacred existence, worthy of worship. That's the mission of those who inherit the demon of the Sonozaki main family.
Those who inherit the demon?
For generations, the Sonozaki family has held a custom of including the character for a demon in the names of its successors. If you write out my name on your hand, it should appear plain as day. Keiichi tried to write Mion on his palm.
Oh, she's right. The character for demon is in there.
Not only in my name, either. The demon is engraved on my body as well. I stood up and made to show my bare back. Of course, I don't actually have a tattoo there. It's okay, Mi-chan. You don't need to show us, okay? Thank you. I laughed a little. They must really believe that I'm their best friend, Mion. My goodness. The demon has won already. They were doing so well at the beginning, too. I eventually sat back down after I finished telling my made-up tearjerker stories. It's your loss if you all shed any tears now. I looked at Keiichi. He wasn't crying, but he was overcome by emotion. Excuse me. I looked at Rena. Surprisingly, she still maintained an aggressive look, showing me her will to fight. But Mika-chan and Satoko-chan, you killed them, didn't you, Mi-chan? You're good, Rena. You know what I just told you isn't an excuse for murder. You usually act like such a goofball, but that's not how you really are. You sure are something. You're far sharper than Shion. I'm not saying that it's okay if you killed other people. Regardless, Mi-chan, you killed Rika-chan and Satoko-chan. I'm not trying to justify what I've done. I have a demon inside of me. The demon is in my name, in my body, and in my soul. But the demon wasn't the only one who killed them. I did. Mion Sonozaki did. Rika-chan and Satoko died because Mion wanted them dead. That will never change. You're right, Rena. Come on, Rena. Try to figure out who I really am. You still believe Shion, my victim, is the real culprit. Poor Shion. I'm making Rena believe that you're responsible. That was it for Rena, though. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. She couldn't figure out I was Mion. Please, turn yourself in. Rena spoke to Mion. We'll go with you. We'll never leave a friend by herself. Crying children and Rena are the only things I can't beat. Too bad, Rena. I've won. I'm well aware of how serious my own crimes are. Even if they accept me turning myself in, I'll probably never be able to come back here. So I'd like you to hear one last selfish request. What is it? 30 minutes is fine. Just let me have some time alone with Kei-chan. Keiichi looked startled to suddenly hear his name. You're so insensitive, Keiichi. That's what made my sister cry. Keiichi-kun? Is that okay with you? If you don't want to, then I won't make you. She's right. It's okay if you don't want to. After all, I'm a demon. And Kei-chan is a bona fide human who moved here from somewhere else. For us to be compatible, as long as Oyashiro-sama doesn't exist to mediate, it simply isn't possible. Keiichi hesitated a little. Come on, Kei-chan, condemn me! Condemn me and tell me you'd never go!
Sure. It's fine.
Thank you. Fool! I'd like to thank you too, Keiichi-kun. Rena stood up. As promised, she made to leave. It's fine, Rena. You can wait right here. I just wanted to go around the garden with Kei-chan. If you're bored, you can go to my room. You can read any manga you like. And if there's any volumes you want, you might as well take them. I don't want to. Mi-chan's books belong to Mi-chan. Rena couldn't bring them back home with her so freely. You're such a good kid. Only at times like this. I took Rena's head and rubbed it like Satoshi-kun used to do to me. Okay. Let's go. The game was over. Too bad, Rena. At least this was more fun than if Kei-chan came alone. If he did, he could have asked me to run away with him after hearing my stories. Rena's eyes were like those of a judge. In those eyes, I sensed both affection and observance. I said 30 minutes, so she would probably only wait for 30 minutes. If I took even a second longer, she'd call Luishi. I'm a little disappointed. Rena still thinks I'm Neon. She didn't manage to see through me. I thought someone like her would see the demon in me. I guess I was wrong. Too bad.
I think Rena knows. Personally.
Keiichi followed me after putting his shoes on. Can I hold your arm? Such a humble request.
I don't mind.
I took Keiichi's arm. It was as warm as Satoshi-kun's. I felt a little bewildered. Do you get kind of nervous with your arm through mine? You're not thinking, for example, that I'd suddenly put you in a world-class joint lock or anything?
You two say the same things. I don't think that at all.
He was remembering the time when I had held his arm in town. I think Shion liked you, Kei-chan.
I see.
I told him how my sister felt. Shion was with Satoshi-kun for a long time. But what they had was friendship. They never had anything more than that. That was why she fell in love with Keiichi. If I were in her position, I would also have fallen in love with him. If Shion was able to fall in love with him, then I could fall in love with him too. Keiichi smiled gently. I almost saw Satoshi-kun in that smile. The Keiichi I knew was worthless and superficial. I never realized he could smile like Satoshi-kun.
Mion and Shion. You got along well, didn't you?
Well, I wonder. Kei-chan, do you think your right hand and left hand get along?
Huh? My right hand and left hand? I don't think you could describe them as getting along or not.
That's how our relationship is. You can't measure it by how well we get along. We'd been together since we were born. We'd been living in this world as a pair. But I was Mion, and she was Shion. Mion was treated specially, and I insisted on being her. Of course, that was unpleasant for Shion. Deciding to be fair, we switched places all the time. We were probably different from other identical twins. We didn't only like the same things or do things the same way. We even managed to share our knowledge and experiences. When we talked about our experiences, we could share them. As Mion and Shion, we shared everything. That was why each of us was both Mion and Shion at the same time. No, maybe Shion was the only one who thought that way. I was a little different than that. I was simply letting Shion be Mion once in a while. I was Mion, the successor to the Sonozaki family. I was supposed to be treated specially. I always thought that was my privilege. Just like everyone tried to distinguish between Mion and Shion, I also tried to distinguish between us. For example, one of your hands is dominant, so there will always be a better hand. If you only had one oven mitt, you would put it on your dominant hand without thinking, right? I think maybe it's like that for us. That doesn't mean, though, that anyone will be okay with losing their left hand. It's that kind of unexplainable relationship.
I think that maybe... Sorry, I was drinking water. You live too close together and just stop being able to see it, but I think that means you get along really well. I'm an only child, so the day before the festival, I was really jealous of when you and Shion were messing around with each other.
I think you're jealous of something that doesn't exist. Yes, we twins used to have a lot of fun trading places with one another. But now that we have such distinctly different personalities, our resemblance only gets in the way. As an older sister, I felt I was mean for thinking that way, so as punishment, I became Shion. Who am I? I never had a solid identity in the first place. Take that and just overlay the non-binary flag. I was Mion, then I was Shion. I should have just accepted that. But something has changed. I don't even know if I'm Mion or Shion anymore. Had I really been stupid enough to hope that Rena would figure that out for me? Shion is still alive.
Really?
Keiichi looked into my eyes. I nodded quietly. Yeah. I've been thinking to give her the most horrible death of all, so I kept her locked up. I never did think of a good way to do it, though. This was a lie. I've already come up with ideas, and I've already begun to execute them. I dumped the hag into the well in front of Shion. I dumped Kimiyoshi and Rika in there. I even killed Satoko, too. And right now I'm plotting to kill Keiichi, who Shion fell in love with. I am a demon. Any such gruesome act is simply a pleasure for me.
Are you doing okay? I hear you shifting around a lot.
I'm being hit with a wave of fucking internal self-procured melatonin, unlike anything you've ever seen on this earth. I am struggling to stay awake for no fucking reason. I think it's just because it's warm in this room, because my dad forcibly closed the door and the window's been shut. So I'm going to crack a window and hopefully the temperature will drop and I'll stop feeling like I'm heading into hibernation.
Yeah, I just noticed a shift and I'm just like, hold on. You doing okay, buddy? Do you want me to take over narration at all? No! You're muted! Ah!
I'm cracking the window, I'm sorry!
I know, did you want me to take over the narration?
Yeah, that's fine, thank you. Please.
Okay, I'll do it. It's when I felt a warm hand rubbing my head. It wasn't Satoshi's hand, but Keiichi's. Keiichi and Satoshi-kun are totally different. Why did Shion fall in love with him? His rough hand didn't make me happy. That he understood my feelings was just my imagination. I wasn't happy, and it didn't feel good. It didn't...
Come with me. I want you to see all of my sins. Although, Kei-chan, it might be the worst thing you've ever seen.
I'm going to commit a crime. It's to the fucking dumpster outside. I'm going to commit my final crime. I'm going to let you see it. I'm going to let Shion see it. When I do, are you still going to think I'm your best friend? Or Shion? Kei-chan is going to die thinking it's you who's killing him.
If you want to turn back, now's your chance. I don't know what impression you have of Mion Sonozaki, but it will surely change once you go inside.
It'll never change. I'll say it as many times as I need to. Mion Sonozaki is the best friend I could ever have. You are such a fool. You don't sound cool at all. I don't understand human feelings because I'm now a demon, but I think I can understand why she loves you. I opened the iron door to the underground storehouse and beckoned Keiichi inside. Come on, Keiichi. This is obviously a trap, don't you see? The basement is transparently suspicious. Don't you think you should run to the police? But Keiichi was reckless. He swallowed, then stepped inside. Huh. You really are a fool. We went down the stairs to the basement, and I let him into the torture room. Everyone is shocked their first time visiting this room. I used to be that way. Of course, Keiichi looked surprised too, but he was trying not to show it. Obviously, he wanted to express his shock at seeing this horrifying room, but he also knew that if he voiced that shock, that he would be rejecting his best friend, who was trying to confess her sins to him. So he did everything he could to stifle his surprise.
According to something a family head from a long time ago wrote, blood splatter has impact, despite the fact that it doesn't tax the sacrifice. Watanagashi was meant as a deterrent, after all. My ancestors thought up all different kinds of showy torture. That's the space for the audience. Watanagashi is a deterrent, after all. It wouldn't make sense if there were no guests.
Keiichi smiled quietly as he listened to me. No matter what cruelty came out of my mouth, he would embrace me. Was this really the superficial Keiichi Maibara I knew?
Right here is where I killed everyone. There were no spectators to watch me, but I held a Watanagashi of my own. Well, perhaps there was one spectator.
Huh? A spectator?
Me. I, the demon, was watching the entire time Mion held the ceremony.
I started to laugh. How many hints do you need, Keiichi? When are you going to figure out I'm not really your best friend? Come on, hurry up. You're running out of time. The game is almost over. How meta is that? It really is almost over. This was a game. This was a game of murder. I had killed people, using my revenge for Satoshi-kun as an excuse. The demon was trying to capture Keiichi and kill him before Mion's eyes, but Keiichi had a chance. If he figured out I wasn't his best friend, then he'd win. If not, he was out. When did I come up with that rule? I guess it was sometime today. Or did I come up with it just a minute ago? Since the two of them aren't too bright, I decided to be easy on them, I guess. You are Mion's best friends, right? Don't you believe in her? Have you already made Mion into a murderer within yourselves? Why don't you try to protect the Mion within you? Why don't you try to believe your friend can't be a murderer? If you could believe until the very end, like Satoko did, you would have realized I wasn't Mion, your best friend, but just someone who looks like her. But if you can't, if you still believe that I'm Mion, then you're just like me. I killed the Satoshi-kun within me so easily, and you will do the same. You don't deserve to live.
Back there is the prison.
Is Shion there? You're not going to make it. Once we reach Shion's cell, your time is up. The demon will win. Shion? Is that Shion? Kei-chan? Is that you, Kei-chan? Keiichi ran to the cell. Are you alright, Shion? Are you hurt? No. No. No! Shion screamed. I was standing right behind Keiichi. It was time. My preparations to kill the boy she loved were complete. For her, this was going to be the worst possible torture. Calm down, Shion. Everything is over now. Everything. Keiichi tried to quell Shion's distress by talking to her in a calm voice. Such a funny sight. Keiichi was the only one who had no idea what was going on.
Shion, how have you been?
No more. Please. No more. I don't want to see anyone else die. If you hate me, then just kill me already. I'm the one you hate most, right? Kill me right now. Sis! Calm down, Shion. It's all over now. It's going to be alright. So calm down.
Relax. I won't kill you. No, I won't kill you just yet.
It's game over. I gave you enough chances. You cornered me quite well once, but that was it. You couldn't figure out that I'm not your best friend, Mion. You couldn't believe that Mion isn't a murderer. Please stop! Don't kill Kei-chan! Kei-chan has nothing to do with this, does he? If you're going to kill someone, then kill me right now. I don't want anyone else to die.
If you want to die that badly, then after I've killed this man, I'll take my time making mincemeat out of you. In accordance with the ancient rites, I'll do it slowly, starting with your extremities. I'll shave you down and mince you to bits. I had that mincing machine set up specifically for you, after all. Or would it be funnier if I were to mince up Kei-chan in front of you?
Hey, quit it already. What do you have to gain by scaring her at this point? No! Kei-chan, run away! Here you are, demon. Go ahead and take my soul. I'd been living my life to avenge Satoshi-kun, but that wasn't what he wanted from me. That was just my own satisfaction. I couldn't even face Satoshi-kun. So, I'll bring this to an end in the way I want. The world became a total mess. Satoshi-kun hates me, and I hate myself too. I'm going to complete my revenge. I don't want anyone to sympathize with me. I won't pretend to be some tragic heroine either. I'm going to become a murderer that nobody could sympathize with. So please, grant a suitable final moment to me. A bluish-white flash filled the huge cave. Keiichi fell down like a doll. Shion reached out to him from the other side of the bars. She screamed at me not to kill Keiichi. Go ahead, cry and blame me. Don't even think of offering your forgiveness. I'm the most rotten existence in this world. So please, grant me the worst possible ending. Shion begged me desperately to let Keiichi go. I simply abused her, slandered her, and disgraced her. The more Shion suffered, the deeper I'd fall into hell. It wasn't enough. It wasn't even close to deep enough. It wasn't deep enough to compensate for my sins. I dragged Keiichi to the table that I tried to put Satoko on and restrained him there. Keiichi began to move sluggishly. The stun gun must have not worked too well on him.
Can you hear it, Shion? I'm gonna get started now. Savor Kei-chan's fresh screams to your heart's content.
Okay, so this is the wrong answer. That time I became aware of Keiichi's gaze, and then I turned around to face Keiichi. They're the same fucking thing. Okay, I'll pick the right one. Give it a fucking rest. Keiichi squeezed out those words. He sounded good, like he was about to bite me. That sounds good.
Awake at last, are we? I lied before, you know. About having wanted to give Shion the most miserable death of all, but locking her up because I hadn't thought of a good way yet. That was a lie.
I smiled as I laid out the huge nails and hammer specially made for the nail table.
I'll let her hear the screams of all those people that died because of her, and after they've soaked in her to her very soul, then I'll kill her. I've got pretty good taste, huh?
Who are you?
Huh? I'm Mion. Mion Sonozaki. Have you lost your mind from fear?
No, you're not. There's no way you can be Mion Sonozaki. I stopped moving. Kei-chan? Shit! I decided the naming game would be over once we reached Shion's cell. Therefore, even if he guessed this time, it would be too late. Oh well. Sure. I'll listen to you. This is your last chance.
I see. But if I'm not Mion, who am I?
Come on, Kei-chan. Guess who I am. Why don't you try and save Mion, the girl who fell in love with you? A demon. Well, he's right.
Huh?
You're not Mion. Mion was just here. Give her back.
Kei-chan, is your brain really doing okay? You're not going crazy with fear?
Don't touch me, you damn demon! Give her back! Give Mion back! My best friend, give Mion back! I listened to him with a blank expression. I know it's nonsense to demand Mion's return when she's right in front of me, but this person in front of me can't possibly be Mion. I can't accept that. That's great. So I'm not Mion or Shion. He doesn't even see me as my sister. No, wait. That's not it. Keiichi protected the Mion in his heart until the end. He didn't accept the fact that Mion was a murderer. And not just that, either. He protected the Shion in his heart as well. He didn't conclude that if Mion wasn't a murderer, then it must have been Shion. To Keiichi, Shion was someone who always made fun of Mion. But that was it. It wasn't like they'd known each other for a long time. Keiichi protected her. He protected Shion from being a murderer. And that's why I'm a demon. And not Mion or Shion, huh? A demon, huh? A demon. That's stupid. But isn't that just right on the money?
Kei-chan, are you trying to drown me in my own tears?
However, Keiichi didn't back off. He kept screaming. He screamed loudly so that I could hear his voice even when I was stuck inside of a demon. You can do it, Mion. Don't lose to this piece of shit demon. You're strong. Show me how strong you are. Surely, he isn't talking to me knowing that I'm the real Mion, right? He's just confusing us again. So there's no reason to let my heart be disturbed by Keiichi's screams toward Mion. Come on. Mion! Mion! Why did you lose to a demon like this? You're not that weak, are you? Don't give up. Fight! Fight! He's right. I didn't fight back. How did he know? How did he know I didn't fight back? I lost to the demon. After all, I'm weak. I'm not strong enough to defeat the demon. Even so, Keiichi continued to talk to Mion. His voice had become hoarse, and he had begun sobbing. He kept mumbling, Mion. Mion.
Kei-chan, this may not be something pleasant to take to the grave with you. You really seem to want to know. So I'll tell you just one thing. A long time ago, the demon came to live inside of me. It was gnawing at my heart, trying to spur me to violence, but I suppressed it with my reason. The demon had become quiet, and I got to thinking it had gone away somewhere. As it turned out, I was wrong. It hadn't left. It was just sleeping inside of me.
That was the truth. When I learned about Satoshi-kun's disappearance, my weak soul couldn't take the sadness, and anger filled me to the brim. But the insanity had stopped there. Time had healed me and embraced me with the memories of Satoshi-kun.
Demon woke up again due to a certain small opportunity. What do you think that opportunity was?
It was such a little thing.
This might be strange for me, a demon, to say, but you're the reason that everything got so messed up.
A tear rolled down my cheek.
At the time, if you'd given me that doll you got without hesitation, maybe everything wouldn't have gotten so twisted. You probably can't understand. I wouldn't expect you to. But you see, all sorts of things started falling over like dominoes after that, and soon it was too much for me to control. It only makes sense that you wouldn't be aware of knocking over the first one, since it was so small. But you're the one who set them up.
If Kei-chan hadn't done something so insensitive, Shion wouldn't have cried. Shion cried and talked to me about it. That had reminded me of Satoshi-kun. I became jealous of her for having someone she loved so close to her. It was a very small jealousy, but that little feeling woke up the demon who was just sleeping deep inside of me. After that, I just let the demon take over. The demon ate up all of the sadness from my loss of Satoshi-kun and filled my heart with the notion of revenge, even though I knew that wouldn't make Satoshi-kun happy. Then, the scary incidents that followed dragged me to hell, from whence there was no escape. That can't be. Can it?
It only makes sense that you wouldn't be aware of it. Even so, Kei-chan, you are without a doubt the cause. If you had nonchalantly given me the doll that day, then I don't think this would have happened.
Was I simply transferring the blame to Keiichi? Yeah. Such a tiny thing woke up the demon inside of me. The demon would have woken up eventually. I was at fault. I didn't fight back. I let the demon live in my soul, and I let the demon possess me. Keiichi didn't hide his tears. They were pouring down his cheeks. Maybe he was crying in my place since I'd become a demon and couldn't cry of my own will.
Can I start now, then? This method of torture is very simple. I'll nail one of these into the first joint of your left pinky finger.
Yippee!
Then I'll nail each one in order until I get to your thumb, and then I'll go back to your pinky and nail one into the joint in the middle. So on and so on until I hammer 15 nails into your left hand.
Yeah, that's how many joints are in. Okay. I had to look down at my hand for a second.
Did you not believe her?
Yeah, I was like, 15, that's a lot of joints. And then I was like, oh, each finger has 3. Duh, 3 times 5. Okay, yeah.
Come on, Kei-chan, you can figure it out. How many joints does your hand have?
Oh, God! My brain.
Do you see the lie the demon has put onto you?
Jesus Christ.
When that's over with, I'll do your right hand next. After that, if you're still conscious, I'll tell you. There are a lot of nerves bundled in your fingertips, so it hurts far more than you could imagine.
Then do his feet! Then do his feet! Oh,
Some people apparently passed out before you finished hammering 30 nails into their hands, so...
I put a nail to Keiichi's left pinky. Once I hit it with the huge hammer, it would start, and it would be over. I like that statement, it would start and then it would be over.
I didn't hesitate at all when I was torturing the others. But somehow I do when it's you.
This will satisfy your demon, Mion. If it will sate the demon, then do to me what you will. I didn't understand what he just said, so I tried to repeat his words in my head.
Are you serious?
Compared to how much I hurt Mion, this is nothing, right? Do as much as you want. In exchange, promise me 2 things. After you're satisfied with causing me pain, forgive Shion. She's been punished enough to make up for her crime of sneaking into the storehouse, hasn't she?
You, after all this, you still care about Shion more than yourself.
I am Mion Sonozaki. So why are my eyes growing so damp when hearing Keiichi show concern for Shion? The other thing is that when you've had your fill, you disappear. Give that body back to Mion. That's all.
You know Are you not even considering possibly begging for your life or anything?
Can I ask you to promise 3 things instead of 2? The third is to leave me alive.
You said 2 in the beginning, didn't you? So you can't have any more.
That's a shame. Even in this situation, Keiichi and I joked around and laughed. Then I knew. I knew why Shion fell in love with him. He's different from Satoshi-kun, but he's a good guy.
I probably won't keep these promises, understand? I'm a demon after all.
I guess there's nothing I can do then. Keiichi smiled and then closed his eyes.
Kei-chan, I'll agree to just the 3rd thing, okay?
Huh?
Your first wish. To save Shion, that's not possible. The demon will kill her. It's already been decided, so I can't stop it. So please give up on that.
Stroked Keiichi's chin.
As for your second wish, to give this body back to Mion, that won't happen either. After today, Mion will never come back. From today on, even if my body remains, it will be just a shell. Because the demon has taken it over.
That isn't true. Mion is... Mion. Don't say such sad things, like that she won't ever come back.
Can you hear it? That sound.
I've been hearing a noise. I knew what it had to be. A dull sound was repeating in a regular rhythm. It was accompanied by a light tremor. People were trying to force open the iron door to the underground storehouse.
You're late, so Rena probably called Oishi. That spaced-out girl being so quick-thinking was the one thing I didn't anticipate.
I'll agree with you there. Really? Wonder how much Kei-chan really knows about Rena. Rena Ryugu. I won this time. Rena couldn't figure out who I was until the end. Or maybe she did. I think she did. Rena didn't seem confused about whether I was Mion or Shion. Perhaps Rena could tell Mion and Shion apart through her sense of smell. She was good at that kind of thing. No way. I'm overestimating her. I brought out my stun gun so Keiichi could see the sparks.
You've probably never seen one before, right? It's a real stun gun. It's illegally modified and its power has been increased quite a bit.
Was that what you hit me with before? That's not a toy children should be playing with, you know.
You're right.
They must have broken the first door. The path was complicated, but there was no other door except for the one to this torture room.
I won't kill you, but you will have to go to sleep for a bit, Kei-chan. Oishi will be here soon. This will only hurt a bit.
Keiichi bit down and smiled bitterly. I paused, hesitating a little. Keiichi opened his eyes to see what was wrong.
I'm sorry for disgracing Mion.
I made a promise before coming in here. Whatever happens, the Mion inside my heart won't change.
Look, forget about that. If you ever see me after today, don't come near me. By then, it will be the demon that inherited my corpse.
Keiichi fell unconscious. I locked the door to the torture room. I locked the door to the huge cave, too. That should give me some time.
Shion, come on out.
I opened the cell and told Shion to leave it. She was crying.
You asked me to let Kei-chan go. So I did. He's out cold because of the stun gun. The police should be here soon, so they'll set him free.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh.
You still have something more to do. Shion has to escape from here.
Took Shion to the cell with the hidden passage.
Before that, I'll give Mion back to you. Take those clothes off. We're switching again. Here, the rubber band for your hair.
Shion had no idea what was going on, but she changed her clothes as I ordered her to. I gave her the flashlight and she hung it around her neck.
You go first. Find the hidden escape route at the bottom of the well.
The light from the flashlight wasn't enough to entirely illuminate the way down. Nobody in their right mind would want to descend that well. Shion obeyed and timidly climbed down the ladder. When she had passed entirely below the rim of the well, I brought out my stun gun and put it to Shion's head. Oh. Shion understood the meaning of that. Sis.
I didn't kill Kei-chan just as you wanted. You told me I could kill you instead, didn't you? I'm gonna keep our promise.
Shion's hands and feet were clinging to a very unstable ladder, so there was no way she could protect herself. She was in a critical situation.
You, who looks like Mion, needs to fall into the bottom of the well and die. I look like Shion. Kei-chan will testify that I'm the victim. I'll wait in the cell for the police to get here. I'm sure they'll eventually find out the truth from our fingerprints. And by the time they get that far, I'll be hiding somewhere else.
Don't twins have identical fingerprints, too?
I don't know about that. Let's go Googling!
Let's go Googling.
Due to environmental factors that affect their development inside the womb, it's impossible for identical twins to have the exact same fingerprint.
That's really cool. But the only way, like, I don't know, like, fingerprints only, like, tracking fingerprints only really works if you've already had your fingerprint, like, recorded, as far as I know.
Yes, basically,
So.
yeah.
And I doubt Shion and Mion have had their fingerprints recorded
I
prior
don't think
to.
that's entirely unreasonable, actually, because they've been arrested before for the dance.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
I imagine they probably
good.
do have those fingerprints on file.
You know what? Yeah. You're right. Are you killing me? Out of revenge for Satoshi?
If you know that much, you should have been prepared. Go apologize to Satoshi-kun at the bottom of the well.
Sis, Satoshi isn't at the bottom of the well.
Huh? Didn't you say the bodies get dumped down there?
All I said was that if he was killed at the Sonozaki house, this is where his body would be.
What are you telling me now? Can you be a little clearer?
I also liked Satoshi.
Yeah, I'm sure. I liked him after all.
I was very sad when Satoshi-kun disappeared, so I looked into things.
And?
I interrogated Granny. I even thought about throttling her. And she told me. She said she was only telling me as the successor, so I had to keep it a secret. What she said was something hard to believe. The hag said to Shion, the Sonozaki family had nothing to do with the disappearance of Satoshi-kun. Shion couldn't understand, so she asked again. The Sonozaki family held a lot of influence in the underworld because of our dad's connections. In fact, they used such illegal measures during the dam conflict. Therefore, people just assumed the Sonozaki family had pulled the strings when the dam construction incident took place. Even the hag laughed meaningfully and said suspicious things, so everyone believed she was the mastermind. But it was all a performance. It was a hoax by the Sonozaki family head. It was just a bluff. The family took credit for the incidents to make it look like they were pulling the strings. That's crazy! With the influence they already had, this bluff was very believable. Therefore, people thought of the Sonozaki family as one that had deep connections in the underworld, and that they were capable of producing any sort of conspiracy. People have believed that since the dam conflict. Oreo just smiled at things she had nothing to do with, as if she was pulling the strings. When the relatives saw that, they became fearful of Oreo's power. I hate to relate this to Breaking Bad again, but I guess spoilers for it. It's not spoilers for you because you've gotten to this part.
Okay.
The part where the dude had his head crushed by the ATM machine, and people thought Jesse did it, and he did not. But Walter was like, dude, no, we need to let them believe that you did it, so people fear you. That's what this reminds me of. When the dam construction site manager was killed, Oreo smiled meaningfully. I love that. I love that expression. That's so cute. And the relatives
she's
saw
just an old lady. She's kind of a mean bitch, but she's still just an old lady.
I appreciate when old people actually look like old people in anime.
Yes.
It makes me happy. Looks at Don the Don and gets angry. Anyway. There's like a 60-year-old woman in that show who looks 20, and it pisses me off.
Isn't
I fucking hate it.
Her though that she like has a magic power that makes her look young. That's just
I
what I've
don't
heard.
know.
I've never watched it.
I don't know. I don't even care if that's a thing. I don't give a shit. I'm mad that she's not an old woman. That's just an excuse to be like, ah yes, I made a MILF, or GILF rather. I don't fucking know.
If you saw the gilfs I was into, you'd puke.
When the relatives saw that, they assumed Oreo was behind it. When the Hojo family fell off the cliff. When the Furude couple died violently. When Satoshi-kun's aunt died and Satoshi-kun disappeared, the hack just smiled meaningfully. Everyone believed the Sonozaki family was behind all those incidents.
That's a lie! Are you trying to tell me the Sonozaki family had nothing to do with any of it? How can I believe that?
I don't think Granny would lie. Especially about Satoshi-kun's disappearance, since she said she knew nothing about it, because Granny approved of the relationship between Satoshi-kun and you, remember? You ripped your nails off so she would forgive everything.
No, that's a lie. Don't try to fool me. Then who made Satoshi-kun disappear? Who?
That? I don't know. But it wasn't the Sonozaki family. It wasn't Granny.
You know the curse system, right? The hag didn't need to give the command for Satoshi-kun to be attacked. All she had to do was look concerned, and then someone else would take care of it. That was the system!
Shion couldn't say anything in response. Even if the hag had forgiven him personally, as long as he was the object of the curse, the executioner would follow him forever. Granny told me that she had tried to find out who was actually behind this curse of Oyashiro-sama for a long time, but she couldn't. Everyone believed it was someone in the village, but she couldn't find out who it was.
She couldn't find out? Then why did the curse take place every year?
Isn't it weird? But there wasn't anyone. There really wasn't.
I told you that Rika Furude tried to attack me earlier with a syringe, didn't I? How do you explain that? She wasn't just acting out of desperation like a cornered rat. She came over to my house and attacked me with a bottle of pepper spray and a syringe. I bet Tomitake-san was killed with that same stuff.
That... I don't know. I can't believe Rika-chan would do something like that.
I'm the one who saw how she died, and I still can't believe it. What a completely abnormal way to go.
Man, I gotta pee so bad. I don't know if I should just pause the VOD here and go use the bathroom and then come back, or what.
Do it,
I don't know.
I don't know when the break is.
I don't either. I need to pee so bad. All right.
Go pee.
Let me let me pause this. I'm sorry. If my mouse will work, is it dead? Bitch. No. Okay, hang on. My mouse is dead. I can't pause the VOD until my mouse. Oh my god. How did that battery die so fast? I just put a new one in. Is my mouse just dead forever? Oh no, this sucks. Oh no, this sucks. What happened?
Why would your mouse just suddenly die?
I don't know. Just dysfunction. Malfunction. Alright, it works now. Okay, let me pause and now go pee. Yay, we back.
You're meowing.
Yeah, she's meowing. Stop it. Stop it, you fool. Let me make sure our audio's good. Yeah, we're good. Alright. We're back! It's like no time passed. Almost. I don't think Shion and the hag are lying. That would mean the hag wasn't in as much control as we thought she was, though. She didn't know anything about that scary drug, or if the Furude family was the one executing the curse. The Sonozaki family had nothing to do with it, and who made the series of mysterious deaths possible? Was it just a coincidence that something happened 5 years in a row on the night of Watanagashi? That's impossible! A human must have made it happen. It was all decided somewhere the Sonozaki family wasn't aware of. The Kimiyoshi family didn't know anything. Kimiyoshi believed the Sonozaki family was behind it. Was it the Furude family? With Rika's behavior and the elderly people who believed in her so blindly. Did some kind of power exist around the Furude family that created the curse? No way. The Furude couple themselves were victims of it. How could a little girl like Rika possess a power stronger than that of the Sonozaki family? No way! It's just impossible! In other words, I had killed the heads of all the 3 families and was trying to bring an end to the whole thing, all as a result of a misunderstanding about the dark secret of Hanamizawa. What about my revenge? Did I kill all the wrong people? People who had nothing to do with Satoshi-kun's disappearance at all?
That's good, Shion. You're still trying to turn the tables on me, huh?
Sis, please, believe me. I'm not your enemy. I really am not. Please, believe me, sis. Shion begged with tears in her eyes. That would have affected me if I was still Shion's sister. But I don't feel anything anymore, because I'm not a I'm a demon. I'll be done once I kill Shion. I've already decided that. If I don't finish it up, what would my existence be for? What about the life I devoted to revenge for Satoshi-kun? How dare she tell me all this nonsense to confuse me at the very end? If what she said was truth, then what I'd done wasn't revenge. It was just the curse of the 5th year.
Shion, if you are truly innocent, you can go to heaven. Apologize to Satoshi-kun for me.
A bluish-white spark lit up the darkness and Shion disappeared into the well.
Please apologize to Satoshi-kun in heaven. I can't, since I won't be going there.
Instead, I'm going deep into hell. Jumping into this well would be too simple an atonement for what I've done. Until I find a perfect way to end my life, I'm going to live as best I can. Book. It's probably the end of that chapter, and then we got one more chapter.
So, do you believe Mio?
I think I do. That's a
Which
crazy
would mean
twist, if that's true.
That it's not with Sonozaki's.
I think it's Rika.
Which is what you've believed for, like, the entire time.
Mm-hmm. You know, I think it's Rika and Irie and Takano. I think that it's the 3 of those creatures.
The creatures.
The creatures.
Okay, but why would any of them do that? Like, put aside how you personally feel about, like, Irie for a second.
Mm-hmm.
What cause and motive and reason would he have to kill all of these people systemically? Why would Takano want to do that? Why would Rika, a fucking 7-year-old, want to do that? When her parents died, she would have been like 5.
Mm-hmm. Because I cannot think of any motive right now, but I'm just thinking of who all has talked about or been seen with a syringe that makes people claw their throat out. And so far we've seen Mion and Rena, we've seen Rika, and Irie has talked about it, and also Mion and Rena brought up Irie. I only think of Takano because I'm pretty sure in maybe all of these cases of Tomitake dying, I'm pretty sure she must have applied the serum to him. But
isn't that
I don't know.
Why would she do that?
Because she's insane, and also she's a nurse, and she would have access to...
Insane asylum.
Insane asylum! Did you want to read the tip, or...?
I can read the tip, and then I'm also gonna go pee.
Okay, go pee. You can also
I'll do it
pause.
after I read this.
Okay, read this, and then go pee, and then I will pause. Okay.
Shion Sonozaki's last confession is dubious. Did the hag convince her that the Sonozaki family had nothing to do with it? Or is that the truth? In my own investigations so far, I've proven there are aspects of the curse which can't be explained by the Sonozaki family alone. So, my notes were all bogus from the beginning. These 200 pages are full of bullshit. I thought of burning this notebook, but I won't do it. This notebook proves my guilt. I won't distort the facts. I won't burn it. After all, my life is only a notebook long. I wonder if anybody will read this. If somebody does, please let them learn something from my stupidity. The series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa, dubbed Oyashiro-sama's curse. If you're reading this, please find the truth. That's my only wish. June 1983. Mion Sonozaki.
Whoa, it's June now. Whoa!
It's true, it's Higu's month.
It's Higu's month.
Happy Higu's
Pride.
month, everybody.
Happy Pride, happy Higu.
It'll be Watanagashi soon.
Wow. I forget when it
Sunday of the
is.
month.
Last Sunday of the month, got
Or
it.
is it the first Sunday?
I think it's the first. Oh, shit. Second? No, that's Father's Day.
Takes place on June 19th. in 1983. So 19th would be like the third Sunday-ish.
Right, so that will be the 22nd.
Yeah.
Yup.
Everybody, get ready. The curse is coming for you.
Get ready.
But first I gotta go pee.
Go pee. I'm gonna pause. If my mouse will go that way. There we go. Pause. Alright, we're back. Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Bobby. June 1983. Oh, there we go. There's been a series of disappearances in Hinamizawa Village, Shishibone City, ex-prefecture. Suspect is Mion Sonozaki. Blank years old. Allegedly, she abducted, imprisoned, and killed 5 Hinamizawan residents, Oryo Sonozaki, Shion Sonozaki, Kichiro Kimiyoshi, Rika Furude, and Satoko Hojo between June 19th and the 21st. Preliminary investigations on the incident were delayed at the time due to insufficient evidence, but by chance the case was solved rather abruptly. On the morning of the 22nd, a vehicle patrolling the Sonozaki property heard screams from inside and rushed in as an emergency measure. They secured the suspect's missing younger sister, Shion Sonozaki, and her 2 missing classmates, Keiichi Maibara and Reina Ryugu. The suspect fled the scene. We found hair, pieces of skin, and blood of the 4 missing people, Oryo Sonozaki, Kichiro Kimiyoshi, Rika Furude, and Satoko Hojo, in the torture room that was discovered in the basement of the outbuilding on the Sonozaki family property. Supposedly, that's where they were killed. We concluded that the victims were tortured in that torture room. However, their remains have still not been found. According to one of her imprisoned classmates' advice, the bodies should be somewhere in the basement of the outbuilding where the torture took place. However, nothing has been uncovered as of yet, including the escape route the suspect took. In addition, investigations continue regarding any possible connection to the series of mysterious deaths in recent years. But no evidence that Mion Sonozaki was involved, either directly or indirectly, has been found. There are still many unclear points as to the motive behind the incident, and as those of the Sonozaki family and the residents of Hinamizawa have been extremely uncooperative in assisting us, we expect to require a long time to clarify them. The opinion of a local officer knowledgeable about the region is that this may have been a lynching, an internal form of punishing sacrilegious acts carried out against the beliefs of Hinamizawa Village. It is clear that these incidents are particularly rooted in this region, and the prefectural police department has ordered a cautious investigation. We anticipated gaining valuable clues from the missing person believed to have been imprisoned for the longest time, Shion Sonozaki, the suspect's younger sister. However, the incident has left such serious mental after effects that she has not been in a state of mind to properly answer any questions about what she knows. The psychiatrist concluded that she is in a temporary state of shock, but as of today, she has yet to show any improvement. I was acting at first. It was just an act to avoid being interrogated by the police. As it turns out, though, fake insanity can become real. You see, I couldn't bear it any longer. I continued to be haunted by the presence of Rena Ryugu had talked about. It was so close that it could almost touch my back. It wasn't Satoshi-kun, and it wasn't a hallucination. It had become Shion's ghost. Shion didn't go to heaven after all. She was always by my side instead. Shion didn't like the fact that I was still alive when she wasn't, so she had decided to haunt me until she witnessed my death. Every night, she whispered to me, telling me to die. I get it. I get it. Okay, I'm trying to remember. So at the end of chapter 2, I do remember, I'm trying, like, they heard an argument, like Shion get into an argument, and then jump out the window. Get thrown out the window. Like, she fell out the window. And then, like, after that, didn't, like, supposedly Shion, like, I think at the time we thought it was Mion, like, show up and then stab Keiichi? Or did that happen after?
That was how the chapter ended.
Wait, no. Okay, the chapter, like, I'm trying to figure out what happened first. She fell out the window, or did she, like, stab Keiichi?
She fell out the window first, because that's something that Oishi tells Keiichi while he's in his hospital bed. And then at the very end of the chapter...
No, the stabbing thing happened before. Like, he was in the hospital because he got stabbed.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
That's what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about...
No, I'm not...
falling out of the window.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the stabbing and the falling out the window. I'm trying to figure out which happened first. So he got...
I'm sorry that I was...
No, it's cool. Nah, he got stabbed and then he went to the hospital and then he heard about the falling out the window. Okay, got it. Yes, got it. That's what I needed to clarify. So the falling out the window is not going to happen yet. Something else is going to happen that leads into the stabbing part. Probably. Okay, I get it. I shouted at the Shion in my back. Through my mouth, she shouted back at me. It must look odd to other people. They think I was arguing with myself. Oh. This is funny to me because I wrote, it was, somewhat ignorant, but I wrote when I was in high school a story about twins, that, it turned out there was only one twin, and, one of the twins died, and he, like, basically had, he had, like, quote-unquote, split personality, and the other personality was his twin, and, that he did that to bridge the gap in his mind. It was ignorant. Like I said, this is fake. Like, I don't know if that...
Like, you were only in high school. It's not a big deal.
I was in high school, but this is actually just reminded me of that story where the twist at the end was the other twin had died when he was younger. And, I don't know if that's a possibility that could happen, that you could, like, get, like, a separate personality based on, like, somebody who had died. I don't know. Maybe.
If it happened when you were very young, probably.
So, yeah, maybe it is a possibility. Maybe I wasn't as ignorant as I thought I was. I don't know.
But I'm not a psychiatrist. They don't
yeah, me
get at
neither.
me in the comments.
Me neither. I don't know why we're New Yorkers now.
It's not that hard to do.
Not that hard. Anyway.
Hard.
Anyway. I must look odd to other people. They think I was arguing with myself. It's not fair. Why are you still living, sis? Die already. You said you'd die right after you killed me. I'm waiting. It's so dark and cold in this well. It's cold. It hurts. I get it. Shut up! What exactly do you think, sis? You won't die in the way you want to. You're just running away. You're trying to survive. Even after you did all those horrible things, you'll never be forgiven. You're cursed. You're destined to die.
Shut up, Shion! You're just a ghost, so shut up! Shut up!
Sis!
You lousy shit! Fuck off!
It's not fair. You and I should always be together, even after death. So, Mion, I've come to take you with me. Mion! Oh, she is not well. Shion banged on the door. That noise is too loud. It's cracking my ears and my head open. Shion's trying to break in. Ah, shit! Alright, Shion, I get it. Perfect way for me to die is to be cursed to death by you, isn't it? But I won't be going so easily. I won't simply disappear. It wouldn't be fair if your beloved was left alive, after all. Went out onto the balcony to avoid Shion, who was on the other side of the door. I jumped over the railing to the neighboring apartment. I could reach the fire escape. Eat shit, Shion. I leaned over the railing and jumped to the balcony next door. Then I rushed down the stairs, noiseless as a cat. Shion was too stupid to realize that I escaped. It wouldn't take too long to get to Keiichi's house on a motorcycle. Shion must believe that I'm still in that room. She's so stupid. Soon enough, I could see the Maibata mansion. I'd never seen it before, but I'd heard a great deal about it from Shion. She told me that Keiichi's room is on the 2nd floor. I should wake him up, throw a stone. I threw a couple of stones at the window, and shortly thereafter the light turned on and the window opened. I saw Keiichi there. The moment I saw him, my madness cooled off for a while. Even from here, I could tell that Keiichi was running down the stairs. He showed up quickly, with a doll in his hand. I felt depressed to see it. It was the doll he failed to give to Shion. It isn't fair after all, Shion. I'm so jealous, Kei-chan. I want to receive a doll from Satoshi-kun, too. Mion.
It's been a while. How are you? Been doing all right?
Despite the burning insanity within me, I spoke to him calmly. That's true. My body is controlled by the demon now. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here this late. Are you all right? Hanging around this place?
I really shouldn't be.
Anyway, what's wrong? What do you need at this hour?
I wanted to talk to you one last time.
Feel horribly sleepy. Maybe it's more like fainting due to loss of blood. That sensation is proof that the insanity is swallowing me.
Well, I can't stay for any longer.
Are you alright? Are you not feeling well?
I tried so hard until now. But I can tell I'm done. This is my limit. They're about to come up behind me to take me away.
I won't get to decide how I die. Shion won't allow me to. No wonder. I dropped her down the well. It wasn't only her. None of the people I killed chose to die how they did. Considering that, debating how I'll die must seem a luxurious concern to the dead. Are you okay? Bitch, run! Don't force yourself. Oh, that's right. I had something... I'll kill him. Kill him. Kill him. I'll avenge Satoshi-kun's death. I'll avenge his death. This guy is Shion's beloved. I hate her. I'll kill him and teach her a lesson. Eat this. Stab him. Yeah. While gravity's pull spun around me, I realized that I had stabbed him with a knife. Bitch, why'd you have a knife?
I made it! I made it in time!
I like how we're just trading evil laughter.
Yes.
I made it. I made it. I made it before Shion killed me. I got back. Take that, Shion. Keiichi rolled on the ground, clutching his stomach.
I've done it! I've done it all! That's everyone I wanted to kill!
Fucked up. Yeah, I did it.
Like Dora the Explorer.
We did it. We did it. No, I did that on purpose. Listen. I did it. I avenged your death, Satoshi-kun. Don't you love me for it? Will you stroke my head?
Just makes me sad, man.
Yes.
Yes.
This is all a bad dream. After all, I was just in my room, like always, suffering from nightmares of Shion. But where was I now? I had been standing on my apartment's fire escape, alone. I could still recall that dream. Yes, I had stepped out onto the veranda. My front door was still locked, so I had to climb through the veranda again. Whoa! My foot had slipped, and I felt a floating sensation. After that, a sharp, indescribable pain ran through my head. That incredible pain finally cleared the fog away from my nightmare. I just slipped from the fire escape. I tried to return to my balcony, fell onto the roof, jutting out from the elevator hall, 2 or 3 floors down. My room is on the 8th floor. I wasn't expecting to be caught up here. I fell. My head landed right on the concrete corner. I could feel both enormous pain and the warm blood dripping out. I felt strangely calm. I couldn't sense the demon, Shion's ghost, or my grudge. I felt just like a baby. The nothingness brought me peace. Did you know that after someone dies, they have 15 minutes of brain activity? Like their heart has stopped. 15 minutes of brain activity left after you die. So that's
I
kind of...
imagine that's how people get brought back via resuscitation.
Oh yeah, no, that's why there are so many stories of people like seeing the light and going toward it, and then being like sucked back in, is because that's during that like 15 minutes, like after you actually die. It's crazy. Anyway, random tangent. All my memories from when I was born and named Mion up until today came to mind. It's like that flashing before your eyes. Yeah. Recalled memories of the time I'd spent with Satoshi-kun. Tears rolled down my cheeks. Where did I go wrong? When in my life did I make the wrong choice? I do know just where and when that was, because Satoshi-kun reminded me. I'll leave Satoko to you. Sure. I believe you'll return. I'll be waiting for you. I'll take care of Satoko. I'll wait for you with her. We'll be good girls. You left your precious sister to me and nobody else. I guess I didn't get the significance of what you said. But I'll be fine this time. I love you, Satoshi-kun. Satoko. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. Shion, I'm really sorry. Could I repay everything with my death? No way, right? That's not how it should be done. I wanted Satoshi-kun to stroke my head one more time. I wanted to hear him mumble one more time. I knew it was too much to ask, and so I had no other regrets. That brought an end to my apologies. I rolled over, sending myself falling to the ground. Head first. I hoped my head would crack open, to take me to the hell I deserved. I was just a demon. I belonged in hell. Why was I born? Why did this world give birth to me? I shouldn't have been born. I wouldn't have had to suffer if I hadn't been. What was the meaning of my meaningless life? If I wasn't born, nobody would have had to suffer. Thank you for treating me kindly, even though I was like this. Thank you for teaching me love, even though I was like this. Even though I was like this. Even though... I'm really sorry. Everybody. I really am. Sorry. If Satoshi-kun could give me another chance, I wouldn't make the same mistake again. Never again. Here comes the ground. Bye. I love you. Satoshi-kun pouting as Shion kills herself. Fuck.
I wished so many times that everything was a dream, so I wrote it down, hoping for it to become true. Dreams and cartoons are often like this. There's a huge stack of sweets. I can't possibly eat them all. I try to reach for them, but then somebody wakes me up. This dream has been a tremendously long one. I must have been sleeping for more than a year. Ah, that's right. I ran away from baseball practice. I stepped onto the street when the light was red and got hit by a motorcycle. I've been in a coma since then, but I finally woke up.
What is... Hold on. Hold on, motherfucker. What are you saying to me?
When I open my eyes, I see a hospital ceiling. And Satoshi-kun looks at me from the bedside. That's a bit too perfect. It's okay, right? It's okay for it to end that way. Right?
Aw.
I'm sorry that I was born.
Oh. No.
Breakdown of all persons involved with are linked to the series of deaths in Hinamizawa.
Ah! What happened? What
Did you
happened?
press a button?
Ah! What?
Did you press a button or was that automatic?
No, but like my mouse wasn't working, so I tried to move it and then it did that.
Smiles at you.
Okay, what did it say? I'm sorry.
I will look it up.
Ah!
Stop the recording while I go find it.
Alright. Alright, we got it.
Yep. I'm not gonna be able to put it on the screen, but I will read it out loud.
Okay.
Breakdown of all persons involved with or linked to the series of deaths in Hinamizawa. Tamae Hojo died via homicide by blunt trauma within the village on June 20th, 82. Case closed. Satoshi Hojo, believed to have disappeared from the village on June 24th, 1982. Whereabouts unknown. Jiro Tomatake, believed to have committed suicide on June 19th, 1983. Death resembles that of Rika Furude on June 22nd. Investigation ongoing. Mio Takano died by strangulation in the mountains of Gifu Prefecture on June 19th, 83. Corpse was found incinerated. Investigation ongoing. Oryo Sonozaki, murdered by Shion Sonozaki on June 20th, 1983. Cause of death believed to be shock induced by stun gun. Violently abused post-mortem. Head shows signs of extreme laceration. Rika Furude, believed to have been murdered by Shion Sonozaki on June 22nd, 83. Cause of death was shock due to extreme hemorrhage caused by lacerations to the throat. Death resembles that of Jiro Tomatake on June 19th. Investigation ongoing. Kichiro Kimiyoshi, murdered by Shion Sonozaki on June 22nd, 83. Cause of death was ligature strangulation induced by restraints. Satoko Hojo, murdered by Shion Sonozaki on June 22nd, 83. Cause of death is shock due to hemorrhaging induced by multiple penetration wounds. Mion Sonozaki, murdered by Shion Sonozaki on June 22nd, 83. Cause of death is severe trauma due to impact after falling down a vertical tunnel. Keiichi Mayabara, stabbed by Shion Sonozaki on June 30th, 83. Victim was severely injured but is recuperating in a hospital. Reina Ryugu, last accounted for in 2004, currently resides in Shishibone City. Kuraudo Oishi, last accounted for in 04, currently resides in Hokkaido. Tetsuya Kumagai, last accounted for in 04, currently resides in Shishibone City. Irie Kyosuke, last accounted for in 2004, address unknown. Tatsuyoshi Kasai, died of liver cancer in 2002. Ichiro Mayabara, last accounted for in 04, currently resides in Tokyo. Aiko Mayabara, last accounted for in 04, currently resides in Tokyo. Daiki Tomita, last accounted for in 2004, currently resides in Shishibone City. Suguru Okamura, last accounted for in 04, currently resides in Tokyo. Rumiko Chie, currently accounted for in 04, currently resides in Tokyo. Koichi Kameda, last accounted for in 04, currently resides in Tokyo. Teppei Hojo, last accounted for in 04, currently resides in Tokyo. Keiichi Mayabara, died in a Tokyo hospital on July 3rd, 1983. Cause of death is acute heart failure. Shion Sonozaki, died on June 30th, 1983. Cause of death is a severe trauma due to impact after falling from the balcony of her apartment. The suspect for serial murders, which began on June 20th, 83, fell to her death from the balcony of her apartment, which she hastily rented to conceal her identity. Following her death, police filed charges against her for the 5 murders which began with Oryo Sonozaki. Higurashi, When They Cry Kai. 7th expansion presents Welcome to Hinamizawa, When They Cry.
So, Keiichi seeing Shion come out from under the bed at the end of chapter 2 very well could have just been stress-induced hallucination. Very well.
Seems that way.
It seems that way that caused him to have a heart attack and die. Interesting. That's like the most information I got from that. Or the most important information I got from that, for sure. Interesting. Thank you for looking that up, because I am a fool. I am a fool, and my mouse was being a bitch.
Not a big deal. These things are very finicky.
Yeah. Alright.
We have some more.
It's lunchtime. Hey, Rena, put our desk together. This man is not stabbed.
My lunch has meatballs today.
Wow! Sounds good. This old man will have some then. Rika-chan, bring your desk over. I'm coming. Whoosh!
Nipa.
Baby. Nipa!
Unfortunately, meatballs are my favorite too. I won't allow you to have any.
Oh, no. Oh.
Unfortunately, I won't let you do that either, Satoko. You have to have some veggies, so I cooked some squash for you.
Whoa, that's harsh, Shion.
I hate squash. Don't be so picky about your food. Squash is very nutritious. You're still growing, so you need to think about things like that. As long as I live, I won't let you have an unbalanced diet. Here, guys, have some. Steamed squash is delicious.
Munch, munch. Satsuko, it's really sweet.
Squash is really sweet. Fucking... Okay, I just need to point out how uncomfortable I feel right now.
Yeah.
After all that shit happened, like, this is like the inverse of what this series is usually, because like the series usually starts like this with all the slice of life, haha, funny friends being together. Now we just came out of like all this fucked up suicide, stabbing people in the arms, and all this shit, and now we're just all laughing together and eating squash. Fuck this. This is so uncomfortable. This is worse.
Maybe this is what we could have had if Shion had kept her promise.
Yeah, I feel like that's what this is going for.
Satsuko, it's really sweet.
Yeah, it's super good. The balance of flavors is perfect. Satsuko, don't eat this. It's too good for you.
Excuse me? I don't like your tone.
Just try one. Take a bite.
See? Isn't it good? Well, it isn't so bad. Of course it isn't. I've been working hard every day to get you to overcome your dislike of squash. Okay, now that that's done with, why don't you overcome your fear of eggplants, green peppers, and asparagus within the year?
Oh, that sounds so
Stop
good.
joking! At this rate, I'll transfer to a school in Okinomiya. Come on, I'm in charge of your health since Satoshi-kun asked me to take care of you. I won't let you eat junk food either. I hate you, Shion-san! I hate squash!
Squash good. Aww. Crying, sobbing, tears. Fuck! Shion. Fuck Shion. Fuck Shion. Fuck her. Fuck Shion.
It's easy to think that way. And in a lot of ways, yes, fuck Shion.
Scenario jump mode. You may replay any scenario you've completed before from the start menu on the main. What was that? What the fuck was up with that stinger? What is up with that stinger? What is up with that stinger? It's scary!
Boo, the tips.
Oh no!
The staff room has been unlocked.
Whoa, Angel Wart! Happy Diary. Wow. Wow, that was a really short chapter. Wow.
Well, we have some tips in the after party and all stuff to do. So
we
can do. That just now.
I'm actually glad that that chapter was short, so we could have more time to like do the after party. Ooh,
and there's nothing wrong with this being like a shorter episode.
I thought that was a scene. No, it's just the menu.
Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! Let's go! Extra.
We need to read those new tips. So
yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. What are the new tips? Ooh. Ooh.
A Happy Diary and Disowned.
Yeah. Alright, sick. You want to read Happy Diary?
I will. Yes. When Mr. Kasai broke in, the room was empty and the window leading to the balcony was open. That was when she fell. She hit the elevator housing right beneath, which gave her a concussion. Ow.
Ow.
Then she rolled off the roof and hit the ground, killing her. The reason Mr. Kasai didn't find her even though he suspected her suicide is that she was on the elevator housing at that time unconscious. Keiichi Mayabata was stabbed at about the same time. Was Shion Sonozaki unconscious on the roof then? I doubt it. She must have snuck out of the building, stabbed Keiichi, then accidentally fell when she came back. Doesn't that sound right? Would you look into the neighboring balcony again?
Kuma guy. Oh, I can read. Yeah. Oishi-san, you got a call on the line on line 3.
Oh, who was it from?
Sato, apparently. He says the password is Ron. Or Ron.
Hello, Sato-san. You must have some good news.
An informant got in contact. Okay,
oh,
you go. Okay. An informant got in contact with me, and you were right after all.
Thank you. I'll buy you a drink on Flower Road.
What was that call about? A mahjong invitation?
Bingo. The Sonozaki sisters switched places. Mion is Shion, and Shion is Mion. They made a mistake when they were supposed to tattoo the successor.
Damn, they figured that out too.
So Mion and Shion are swapped around in this notebook. So then Satoshi-kun and Mion-san. This is confusing. Anyway, with that, you gain a clearer understanding of their relationship.
Are you talking about the mysterious notebook you received the other day? Didn't you say it was all mumbo-jumbo that could possibly confuse the case?
Even after switching the names, it's still confusing. I don't know how much of the content I can trust. Even if this is true, Rika Furude's death seems very suspicious.
It's the diary of a lunatic. It drove me nuts when I read it. You know this line on the last page about how she's sorry for being born? It makes me want to jump out the window.
Even so, this is a happy diary.
Happy diary?
Do you know how many times Satoshi-kun's name appears in this notebook? Shion-san really loved him. But because she was so young, a few mistakes caused that love to be misdirected.
Man. Alright.
Disowned.
That must be the Sonozaki mom. Oh! What?
Hey mom, tell me. Why did you have a fight with the hag? It was bad enough that she disowned you, right? Welcome to the stage, Akane Sonozaki.
Should I be Akane?
You can be Akane.
I'll probably just do my Takano voice, but... You're so nosy about everything. Well, I guess you're old enough to know. She objected when I told her I wanted to marry your father.
What?
I was living a very unseemly life back then. Then the man I brought home was a Yakuza, so of course she got terribly upset. I kind of just sound like older Mion.
That's okay.
She said, the head of the family will choose your fiancé, and I said, screw your decisions, you fucking... I don't know if that's a good word to say. So then we both tried to cut each other down on the spot.
A virago is a woman who demonstrates abundant masculine virtues. The word comes from Latin word virago, genitive viraginis, meaning vigorous maiden, from vir meaning man or manlike, to which the suffix ago is added, a suffix that creates a new noun of the third declination with feminine grammatical gender. Historically, this is often positive and reflected heroism and exemplary qualities of masculinity. However, it could also be pejorative, indicating a woman who is masculine to the exclusion of traditional feminine virtues. So basically...
Could be a slur.
It's not
Could
a
be.
slur.
But no, it could be. It could become
be
one.
Yes, it probably could, but let's not encourage that.
No.
Because I kind of see what kind of person that slur would be levied against, and they don't need any more hate.
No. Yeah. This beautiful music as we're talking about the possibility of slurs. Anyway, we unsheathed our katanas in the living room and clashed and slashed and sliced.
You fought that hag with a sword? Way to go, Mom.
Well, I was into martial arts when I was young. Both she and I held high ranks in kendo, so yes, it was quite the show. Everyone nearby was terrified. That was fun.
I see. So that's why you were disowned?
That's right. I was happy for it. I married your father right away. Well, I was forced to remove my fingernails in atonement, though. See how the fingernails of my left hand look ugly.
Wow. So that's why you and the hag have a bad relationship, huh?
You know what, Shion? That's not actually true. Our relationship is actually pretty good.
What? That can't be right.
She has to maintain the family's reputation, so she can't treat me normally. And accordingly, I lay low at the family councils, but I visit her every now and then, and we have tea together.
I can't believe it.
This is just between you and me, okay? She removed her fingernails in atonement a long time ago herself. Look carefully at her hand the next time you see her.
What? What did she do?
Beats me. I don't have a clue. Star.
Hey, you do so have one. It's all over your face. Tell me.
I like how Kasai was just standing there. He said not a word.
Yeah, this is just between you and me and also Kasai, who is standing here silently. The fucking orangutan that he is.
Oh, what is the staff room?
Do you think that murder can be justified, depending on the motive?
Hi!
This is Ryukishi 07.
Wow! Cal, I didn't know you were Ryukishi 07 this whole time.
It's me! I wrote Silent Hill Forte! It's me! Thank you for playing Higurashi When They Cry Kai, Chapter 5, Meakashi. Although I depict many deaths in my work, I often ask myself a question. That question is there such a thing as a justifiable murder? In our world, murder is prosecuted, and the degree of punishment varies depending on the motive and circumstances. Having different degrees of punishment means that we are putting a value on the dead person's life. Some scenes justify murder in Higurashi. By degrading the life of the victim in those scenes, the players can sympathize with the character more easily. The degree of sympathy would be different from person to person. The people who could sympathize probably felt catharsis, and the people who disagreed with the character might have felt uncomfortable. That's indicated by how opinions were polarized regarding Keiichi's actions in Tatarigoroshi. In Meakashi, there are also a number of murders. But this time, the main character, Shion, tries to earn sympathy for each one of them. How did you feel? How much were you able to sympathize with her? If you couldn't sympathize with her at all, then please berate her as a crazy murderer. If you sympathize with her at all, then please have mercy on her. If you sympathize with her almost entirely, then please have mercy on her. If you completely sympathize with her, then let us both berate you as crazy murderers, lol. What about me? Well, that's a secret.
It's a secret!
I'd like to reverse my question this time. What kind of murder could you sympathize with if you were to be killed? A murderer who doesn't care about people's lives? That'd be quite a regrettable death. It's extremely sad to be killed in denial of all your values. A murderer who begs for forgiveness in tears? That'd be quite regrettable too. They shouldn't kill you at all if they're begging for your forgiveness, haha. So, what kind of murderer could you sympathize with? In the end, sympathy might just be a method for making the story more interesting. If you can sympathize, it's fun. If you can't sympathize, they're just crazy. We cannot put value on human life. It's a sin to even try doing so. A murder is a murder, nothing more than that. I just hope everybody can live happily together. How does that sound? Would you agree to that? If you wouldn't... Thank you very much for playing Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 5, Mayakashi. I could only bring out this 5th episode thanks to all of your support. Higurashi will only get more intense as it approaches the final. Nothing would make me happier than if you continued reading the chapters to come. The next chapter will be titled Sumihoroboshi. Really, I'm rather fortunate if you've enjoyed yourself even a little. Thank you again for playing. I hope this has brought a little color to your life. 7th expansion, Ryakishi 07.
That's so sweet. I need to
I love the Ryakishi bit.
I need to insert myself into my own games more.
You need to go
Okay, wait, where's the thing? Where's the extra, like, after party? Is that a thing in this
There
one?
isn't one.
No!
We have the staff room, and that's it.
No after party! No!
Nope.
Oh, I wanted to have fun with Satoshi! Aw. That's so sad. Man.
I'm pretty sure we won't get any more after parties.
Crying! I'm sad. The last one we got had the weird perverted trio. Was it the... Yeah, it was Oishi, Irie, and Keiichi. That was weird. I didn't like that. Okay, so I guess we could share for our final, like, few moments, because this ended up being a lot shorter than I expected. I was expecting going for like 4 hours today. But oh man. Okay, so one thing I wanted to talk about, which is interesting, the way the whole sequence with Shion jumping out the window onto the fire escape and then going to Keiichi's house and stabbing him. That was all written like it was a quote-unquote dream, because it follows up and she's suddenly on the fire escape again, trying to get back into her room, and then she falls. And Kumagai kind of implied that, what the heck, Shion fell off the roof around the same time that Keiichi got stabbed, and Oishi was like, no. See, she fell when she was trying to get back in. Which is probably what happened, but, like, if this is being suggested, if Shion was still on the fire escape as Keiichi was getting stabbed, how the fuck did that happen? Was that a crazy, mystical, supernatural thing that happened? Okay, was Keiichi hallucinating the Shmion from under the bed? Or was that the spirit of Mion? Or, who he ended up believing to be Mion, who was actually born as Shion, haunting him? Much like Shion was being haunted by Mion's spirit. Or
was she being haunted?
She was probably I think she just went insane. And I think Keiichi also just kind of went insane a little bit. Because he did get stabbed and, like, a lot of shit happened to him, so I don't blame either of them for going absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, it a lot to endure, that was. Especially for, I'm just gonna call them Mion and Shion, as in Mion is the Mion we've been following this entire time.
Oh, yeah, that's... Yeah,
For Mion, that was a hell of a lot to experience as a 16-year-old. Like, for anybody, that's a hell of a lot.
Oh, yeah. I find it... Okay, so you asked if I believed Mion about the Sonozakis, like, not being involved with the Oyashiro-sama's curse. And if she was lying about that, she probably only brought that up to save herself. Because if she was like... she would bring that up to be like, Satoshi's alive though, I swear, like, we didn't know anything about this. She probably only brought that up to have, like, Shion pause and be like, wait a minute, where was Satoshi then? But I do
it was
kind
very
of
detailed for an on the spot lie.
A bit, yeah. So that's kind of why I want to believe her, and I do like having to shift gears then and be like, well, who is behind them? And I do think I'm very suspicious of EDA, but just because I hate him, admittedly, but also because in the first chapter they did mention him by his, like, title.
Yes.
And there was that one point in chapter 3 where they find out that Keiichi has this ability to, like, just will people to die. And EDA is like, let me go get the syringe. Let me go get the serum. And it's like, he must be the supplier of the serum. The kill yourself. Supplier. The kill yourself serum.
The serum where you fucking... You get it injected into you and you get fucking... You should kill yourself now! Emblazoned into your fucking brain.
Basically, yeah. Oh, what's the quickest way to do that? Just claw your throat out.
I only have like 3 crackers left. I'm so sad.
Yeah. What a twist it was that at the very last minute Shion's like, alright, we gotta change clothes. We're switching again. I'm no longer Mion. You're Mion now, and Mion died. Because, like, in chapter 2, we were led to believe that that entire scene, it was Mion, and then Shion escaped. But that is not what happened! That was Shion the whole fucking time!
You've been railing against Mion, like, all these chapters, and it wasn't even her. Don't you trust your friends?
No. I mean... I don't remember, like, what my thoughts were in chapter 2.
You were very, like, fuck Mion. All my homies hate Mion.
Okay. Now I'm trying to think, like, in chapter 1 then, when Mion ended up being the one, like, going over to Keiichi's house with the serum and Rena, was that Mion? Or was that Shion? But we didn't know Shion existed back then.
We did not. And I think possibly neither did Ryukishi.
Probably. Probably not. Shion probably didn't exist yet in his brain. Alright. Chat, what do you think? What do you think? What are our thoughts on this chapter? Tell me in the YouTube comments. Who do you think pulled off Oyashiro-sama's curse? Do you believe Mion? Do you think Irie is the one behind all this? Because I'm starting to think... I know, okay, I'm still on board with Takano being behind some shit. I think she's pulling some crazy strings. I don't know why. I don't know what her motivations are. I just know she's behind some shit. She's gotta be. What?
I do know one thing.
What?
Takano hot as shit.
Takano is hot. I wish I could voice her more. Fuck! I like doing the
don't worry, you'll
sultry
get the opportunity.
Woman. Yes! Yes! And
Takano's
also...
not going anywhere.
Yeah. Next chapter, I'm not sure if we'll do another pre-record. I kind of like doing the pre-records. I imagine if we started, like, streaming... the next chapter again, everybody in chat will be like, wait, I'm not caught up, and then I will time out everybody who's not caught up and be like, go get caught up before you come over here. Go read. We told you. We told you. I'm gonna call out somebody right now in real quick, and this is all like in good fun. But there's somebody in chat who I told, please go catch up. There's too much to catch you up on in a short amount of time. There is no way for us to summarize everything from all the past chapters. And they actually went to the playlist, the Higurashi playlist, and went, there's like 30 videos. You weren't lying. And I was like, you think I would lie? You think I was lying? I love summarizing what's happened so far in stories. I'm not gonna do it with this. This shit's like 100-something hours. It's long. Each chapter, each episode is...
We've been here for several real years.
Yes. Every episode, I feel, has been as long as a novel. That's why it's called a visual novel.
Yeah.
It's gonna be long. We're gonna take a few hours to read each one. Or several hours to read each one, because it's like a fucking book. There are books. They are books with pictures. Congratulations.
They are books, but sometimes it goes da 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 da.
The original visual novel was called a sound novel because they wanted music and sound effects. They didn't really have a whole lot of pictures in what's it fucking called? I forgot what it's called. It was also a horror sound novel. And also inspired Silent Hill. Hang on. I'm glowing right now because my top screen is white. Original sound novel. Those are called.
I just think, like, horror is a really good and easy genre to take a sound novel with.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Because, like, I feel like a lot of people, especially these days, are very down on the idea of the horror novel. Because, ooh, it's not scary if there's no jump scare. But yeah. In this one, there can be.
Yeah, I was reading, because I had to do a bunch of research for that video I just put out, the Undertale and Off one. I was reading comments, and somebody, not comments on the video, but comments on other things about Off. Somebody said, I wouldn't consider Off a horror game, and somebody else was like, it's a psychological horror game. Not all horror games need to have jump scares or even scare you.
Yeah.
Like,
it is unsettling, and that is enough.
Even if it doesn't unsettle you specifically, it is made to be unsettling. It doesn't, like, you can't just be like, that's not horror because it doesn't scare me. It's made to scare you.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. You wouldn't say this about Five Nights at Freddy's, just because, like, jump scares don't get you specifically, just because that doesn't startle you, and just because you don't particularly enjoy any story it's trying to put down, and maybe even you didn't enjoy it, that's fine. That doesn't mean it's not the genre that it is.
Yeah, no, like, because I don't like Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't like that style of horror. But it is still horror, because they're trying to scare me. So... it's like going through a haunted house.
Can you imagine if you're like around a campfire and you told a scary story and someone was like, that wasn't a scary story, I'm fine. It's like, okay, well, that doesn't change the genre.
Do you wanna meddle? Like, fuck, dude. Like, do you know how many horror games I've played that didn't personally scare me? A lot. And I still liked them. Because I see how you're trying to do this. That's very cool. That's it. Anyway, that was a rant. The first sound novel was Otogiriso. I always forget the name. Otogiriso. Came out the same year I was born. It's as old as me. Wow. Originally released March 7th, 1992. And Otogiriso means St. John's wort, which is a supplement. Usually helps for depression. More you know. Okay. I don't know if there's anything else we need to talk about, unless you had, like,
I don't think so.
questions you wanted to push or anything. Cool! We can talk about, whether or not we want to pre-record any future episodes, because I like doing this, but I also kind of miss people being able to say Nipa in chat.
Yeah, I do miss the chat, and
I do!
selfishly, I know that more than likely my partner won't watch these if we're not forcing them to sit down live, because they just don't have that kind of time in general.
That's fair. Yeah, and I know a lot of people aren't going to watch the VODs, which is fine, but
We'll summarize
they're
this
there.
one.
Well, yeah, even though there was a lot that happened. But it was chapter 2 from a different perspective. So,
yes,
we can also say that and then just be like, so, twist! It was Shion the whole time! Whoa!
Yeah. Whoa! Okay, I think I'm gonna go now because I have crackers I want to eat next to me, and they're calling to me like the Green Goblin mask.
Yeah, I should eat a little snack or something too. I have stuff I must attend to. Alright, bye everybody.
Bye everybody!